Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the channel, guys. So today I'm doing a full face of E.L.F makeup like you saw in the intro. I've already done my brows offline, so I'm gonna go ahead and apply some moisturizer and some sunscreen as well. I'll go into each product individually. Alright, so before I go in with those items, I'm going to go in with some eye creams. I know what's going with my under eye. I have these dark circles, so I'm just going to go in with a little bit of eye cream just to increase the moisture from under my eyes. And I'm just going to use my ring finger just to tap it in, just to increase the moisture. It has jojoba oil. It's from the Holy Hydration line. I have been using this for about a month now. To be honest, it has not been consistent, so I need to increase the times that I use this. I need to be more consistent with the eye cream. Help with the fine lines and just to moisturize my under eye. I'm now going to go in with my moisturizer. Again, it's from the Holy Hydration line. It's the daily moisturizer with hyaluronic acid, jojoba oil, vitamin E, just to keep my face nice and moist. So I'm just going with a pea-sized amount all over my face. And again, this is a full face of E.L.F. Everything except for my brow pencil was E.L.F. Alright. And then I am going to go in. Now I do have the sunscreen, and this is a new product from E.L.F. It's the Sun Touchable Whoa Glow. It's a 30 SPF, and it does have a tint as well. Now the dilemma I have is, should I put this on before my primer, because it says it is a primer as well. I think I'm gonna go in and put this in first and then do my primer over it. I'm going to go in with a generous amount. I have used it before, so you're going to be shocked with how it looks. It does have a glow, and it does leave a little bit of a flashback, but for the most part it just does leave a underglow effect. Let's rub it in. It doesn't leave a bright cast, but you are aware that there is something left on your face. There is just really a glow. It doesn't blend out totally. All right, get that in. And then I'm going to go in with my E.L.F primer. Now I have two of these Power Grip primers from E.L.F. I have both. This one, however, does have niacinamide, and niacinamide helps with the smoothing effect of your face. So it does have face care products, so I'm going to use this. I don't know if it is actually going to seep in, but it does have a good grip. I've used it before without the sunscreen. I'm just gonna get that in, and then that will dry down. I'm gonna get it a little bit more. Because I would like for my makeup to stick really well. All right, while that dries down, I'm gonna go in with this E.L.F Camo concealer. I'm just gonna put a little bit over my eyelids because I will be doing my eyeshadow first. It is not a primer, but I'm just gonna go in with that first. I'm gonna go in with this Real Technique brush just to blend it in. You can use a brush or a sponge. Most times I will use the sponge, but today I opted to use the brush. And of course I am looking in my mirror. Alright, so we have created a base for our eyeshadow, and you've seen me use this before. I love this palette. It is from E.L.F. It's a newer product, and it is the Denim Days. I hope you're able to see it. And so this is what it looks like. It does have a mirror, and then these are the products. And so I'm going to go in initially with this shade just to put all over my lid. It just creates a canvas for the other colors to go on more smoothly, and I'll do the same thing with the other eye. Alright, so I've done the same thing with the other eye, and really I'm just going to use one of the blue shades. I'm going to use this combination. I think I've used it on camera before. I have a flat brush here. I really wanted just something more on the neutral side. Blue definitely is not neutral, but because I'm doing a full face of E.L.F, I'll be just using this palette. And so I'm just gonna go in with a tad of this blue all over the eye lid. And I'll do the same thing again for the other eye. Alright, so both eyes are complete, and I'm just going to go in with a little bit of this darker shade just on the outer aspect of my eye and more into the crease. And blend that out. And then we'll clean that up when I am putting on the rest of my face makeup. When I'm using the concealer, I'll just use it to cut that area. So I'm going to do the other eye off camera. So for foundation today, I'm going to go in with the E.L.F. Halo Glow Liquid Filter. And now I have two shades, because if you watched one of my previous videos, you would have seen that I utilized this darker shade because when I purchased it was a little bit dark, and I used it under my foundation. So now I have acquired two. So I'm going to use this as the base foundation, and I may use this as my bronzer or my contour. So I'm going to go in generously with this. I realize it does not pick up a lot of product, but I'm not sure if it's just supposed to be more of a light shade. I think the concept really is to actually put under your foundation, but I am using it as my foundation today. All right, going with a little bit more, and let's see how this blends in. I may need to build. So I'm going to go in with this stippling brush. I got this from Amazon. Let's see. It's very light. And so I think that's the concept, that it is not it's a medium to light coverage, because it's supposed to be a underglow for your foundation, but I'm just going to make this work for what it's worth, and I'm not going to add anything else to it. As you can see the imperfections of my skin. Just gonna add a little bit to my forehead. I'm gonna build up a little bit on my cheeks and then add excess to my forehead. So let me blend my forehead out first and then build up the rest. Now this is a double glow because, like I said before, the actual sunscreen had a glow to it. This is just giving you a nice natural sun-kissed look. Very appropriate for, excuse me, vacation. You want to have that dewy look. All right, so I am going to go in with the darker shade and see how that matches. I may just give this one away because it is a little bit of a reddish undertone. Let me see how it will perform as a bronzer. See, it does, it's very red, which is why I was quick to purchase another shade, because this has a very warm undertone and I'm more of a yellowy undertone, so I may donate this to one of my friends. All right, I'm going to actually use the contour that I purchased also from E.L.F. So as you can see, this very red undertone. I have been really missing on my shades these days. I don't know, off my game. Anyway, we're gonna use this. It's the E.L.F. Glow Beauty Wand, and it's a contour wand. So I'm gonna squeeze and just really be gentle. This is more of a cool undertone, which is perfect for contouring because the shadow that it gives, it just accentuate your cheeks and really does a great job at contouring. So just blend upwards. Just gonna tap it in first and then blend upwards. And I prefer this cooler tone for a formal look. If it were just, this is really just a this is just really a soft glam look. So I'm going to now do the highlighting. I'm gonna go in with this E.L.F. concealer again. I'm gonna use the darker shade out the outer aspect of my eye. Right, and then I do have a lighter shade as well, so I'm going to use that under the inner aspect of my eye. Ouch. Did it get on my top? Yo. This video, by the way, is not sponsored. do like the affordability and the performance of their products. Alright, so I'm gonna go in back with this brush that I used to blend out my concealer initially, and I'm gonna start dabbing the product in. And these products seem quite a bit warm. I didn't want them to be this warm, but as you know, I'm gonna make them work in my favor. It's a lot of blending, so I'll speed this up. Blended that out off camera, and that looks a little scary, so we're going to do a little bit of reverse contour. Just lightly tap the excess product that was left on the brush just to cut the jawline a little bit more. And then I am going to, before I set my concealer, I'm just going to go back in with the contour brush and just dab it in so this can be a little bit more seamless. There's not like a harsh line. You see that it blends in a little bit more. And then I'm gonna go in with the actual foundation or base product brush just to put that in. So it looks a little bit less stark is the word. And so I'm gonna go in with this E.L.F powder. I use the same brush that I used for the concealer. So I'm gonna use this side and just tap in a little bit just to make sure the concealer is blended in nicely. And then I'm gonna use the other side to go in with the powder. Make sure you're tapping the excess off and just lightly tap your powder in. And as you can see, it is mattifying the area because you don't want your under eyes to crease. And I'm going to use it on all the areas that I utilized my concealer. Now with all the products that you've used, I've used actually, that has all the glow, just mattify it when you get outside in the sun and whatnot. It is going to start glowing back through. So just going to set everything, excess powder. You don't have that greasy look until you start your natural oil starts shining through and it brings back the glow. So you can also set your brows. This brow became wonky, so I'm going to clean it up, and then I'm going to just go in with a darker shade of the eyeshadow product under eye. But let me just clean up my brows off camera and then I'll come back to do that. All right, so I'm just gonna use my pencil brush and I'm gonna go in with this charcoal shade just under the eye, just like a liner, close to the lash line. And the same for the other eye. Before I go to the other eye, I'm just going to use also the brown shade right under that, just to tie it in a little bit. And we'll finish up that off camera. All right, I'm satisfied with that. I do have a E.L.F mascara. It's the mineral infused mascara, and I'm going to apply that. It's a little bit dry because I've had this for a while. Oy, oy, oy. But it's doing its thing. All right, let me quickly do the lips. I do have a couple of products here, and this is a gloss, this is a lipstick. This is like a little bit of maroon color, so I'm going to just use this as a liner. And then I'm going to go in with this nice pinky gloss. All right, then I do have a couple of blushes from E.L.F. Again, I've had these for a while. They do have in the Glow line some blushes, but I opted out. I'm just gonna dab this in and just add some blush. Blush is the first to wear out of your, but while you don't want to look like a clown, be as generous as possible so you can actually see the product on your face. All right, so I think that's the finished look. Thanks for watching, guys. Thank you for choosing Jess Althea's channel. Please do come back, like, share, and subscribe. Please hit the notification bell below so that you'll be notified when I post a new video. And thank you for choosing my channel. Come back now. Bye.